Writing letter number 2. Letter number 2. Yes. So now we have a writing session, then for nurses, then doctors, then afterwards we have a reading session, listening session and reading session. Right. Official writing task 2. OET. Sample writing task 2. Test 2 writing professions. Yeah. So this is writing nursing and writing medicine. So take your notes. I'm going to give you a lot of information. Optometry. So write down all the notes because I'm giving you sentences today. I'm giving you sentences. Yes. So we are done with the subject. We have study materials, writing task all 2, nursing. So after nurses, then doctors. Okay. So attend, if you are a nurse, you can attend doctors also because it will be beneficial for you. If you are a doctor, attend nurses also because it will be beneficial for you because I am giving sentence structures. So nursing sample 2. Yeah. So this is Peter Dunbar. Peter Dunbar. Yes, go through the case notes and you can write your problems related to writing. Write your problems related to writing. Yes. So this is the second part. Sentence formation. Okay. Yes. Interesting points are coming. Sentence form, organization. Yeah, very good. Okay, very good. So this Mr. Sarjan Wabila is a new student. He registered yesterday for the full course. Sarjan, you can send every day one letter and you'll get corrected. Yeah. So those who are interested, we have still now 6 hours for the Diwali 50% scholarship. If anybody is interested, you can avail. Yeah. Second page. Yes. So 10 students are already there. Very good. Yeah. So that is the end of the session. Okay. Now let us see here the introduction and the writing task. You're writing the letter. So you have gone through the letter, case notes. So now let us see here. You're addressing the letter to the community health nurse. So this is the address. We don't know the name, Community Health Nurse Centerville. That's all. Okay. So we don't know exactly the complete address. Right. So Community Health Nurse, Eastern Community Health Center, 456 East Street, Centerville. Okay. So, right. Now let us take this one. So we are going to have this here. So first one is community health nurse, first line address. Eastern Community Health Center, 456 East Street, Centerville. That's all. So that's it. These are the 4 lines that you can write there. So just so simple as that. And be careful, sometimes the previous, okay, before that there may be the name of the nurse or anything like that, name of the ward, something. So you have to take everything there. So address the letter. And this letter, you write a letter to the community health nurse. Okay, right? So write a letter to transfer the patient to the care of community health nurse. So this is a transfer letter. This is a transfer letter. Is being transferred into your care, not facility. It's transferred into your care. Okay. So into the care of the community health nurse. The care of is not transferred to the community health center, but he is transferred into the care of the community health nurse. Remember that. So there is a lot of difference here, because patient is living with his daughter. He is not going to live in community health center. So only the patient, the nurse will take care of it. That's all. So be careful when you are presenting this. And then the date, 22nd January 2019. 22nd January 2019. That is today's date. So assume today's date is 22nd January 2019. Okay. So this date you can copy, and then you can leave one line and you can post it there. First, always write the address first and the date next. Many people write date first and address next. That is their problem, not our problem. If you want to see, you see official letters. They will give you good direction. See here, which is first? Address first and date next. Address first and date next. Many people write 22/1/2019. No, don't write the official letter. Write like this, month in words, January. Okay. So I'm showing you the proof there. This official letter. Address is there first and date is there next. If you write date first, that is your problem. Okay. That's okay, but not official. Okay. So 22nd January 2019. Then the salutation. Okay, because we don't know the name of the nurse, which particular nurse. If there is a particular nurse, then you can write. Any nurse means no need. The means a particular nurse. In Eastern Health Center, there may be 1 community nurse, 2 community nurses, 3 community. We don't know how many are there. Okay, so we don't know definitely anybody, particular community nurse. Okay, so you cannot write like that. Okay, you're writing to the community nurse. Okay, no problem. You can write. That's not a big problem. Okay, but a community health nurse, that's all. We don't know how many are there, and to whom we are writing, we don't know. A particular community nurse, which particular community nurse? The means a particular, which we don't know. Okay, writing to the one of the, that's okay, right? Any particular nurse who is dealing with that particular case. So we don't have a clear-cut picture. The confirmation is not there. So that's why, okay, fine. All right. Now let us see the case notes. If you have a doubt, just we can see the case notes. So see here, there is no the. I think you understand now very clearly. The community health nurse. No, this is not the nurse, because there are many nurses here. There are many nurses here. It is one of the, it's not a particular nurse. Anyone nurse who is taking responsibility, that automatically goes to her. That's all. We don't know which nurse it is going, so you cannot say the. So that's the point. Okay, fine. So there is a logic here. Okay. Next one is salutation. Salutation means you take the first line. Always, whatever line is there, that line you will take. And here you will put, dear Okay, nurse. That's enough. 2 words. Dear nurse. Okay, dear nurse. No need charge nurse, health nurse, community health nurse. No need all these things. Dear nurse. That's all. Dear nurse. Okay, dear nurse. Next subject. So you'll start with regarding subject. You'll start with regarding colon immediately. No space. If you put space like this, it is wrong. No space. Okay, immediately you have to put column. Then next one, you are writing to Mr. Peter Dunbar. Sorry, regarding Peter Dunbar and his age or date of birth. Age or date of birth. Date of birth is given 18th March 1932. That is date of birth. So Mr. Peter Dunbar, 18 March. Okay. Copy text. Yeah. This is Mr. Peter Dunbar, comma. And next date of birth. Just as it is. Date of birth space. Then date of birth. Okay. 18th March 1932. That's all. 18th March 1932. That's it. Okay. So this is how you are going to write these 4 things. Then we'll write the letter. First introduction. We'll write the introduction. So yeah, let us take 1 minute and let us send this invite link to your friends and colleagues. We'll invite some people. Okay, take 1 minute or 2 minutes. If you feel that this letter is going to change or benefit your friends, you can send to your friends, 1 or 2 friends, so that they can also enjoy the session. Take 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, just take 1 or 2 minutes and send it to your friends. Yes. So we're going to the introduction. Now let us see the introduction, how you will write the introduction. Now here, the patient is moving to another city to live with his daughter, and you have been monitoring him. Okay, right? And what is this problem with him? You can see here. Okay, the problem, right? What is his problem? You can notice here. So what is the biggest problem, recent problem? So myocardial infarction, then diabetes mellitus type 2. Okay, diabetes mellitus type 2. So this is the way how you can. So next one, non-compliance with diet and medication. And next, patient hospitalized with myocardial infarction. And fine. So you can see here very carefully. Okay. And during that visit, he was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation, post-myocardial infarction. Okay. So now, diabetic neuropathy. This is the higher level of the problem, diabetic neuropathy. Diabetic neuropathy. So these are the points which you can write. You can write about diabetes, number 1, type 2 diabetes. This is 1. And next, diabetic neuropathy. This is number 2. So this is the point. And third one is myocardial infarction, and during that time, okay, atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. So these are the main problems. Okay. All right. So you're trying to transfer the patient. You're trying to transfer the patient. He's going to live with his daughter and her husband. So he's going to live with his daughter and her husband. Okay. So who has had a type 2 diabetes mellitus? Okay, the main problem is type 2 diabetes mellitus. Okay, right. Yeah, fine, that's it. So there we go now. So how are we going to write this? How are we going to write this? And now, you see, you're you're transferring the patient into the care of the community health nurse in central. So that's it. So these are the required things: continuing regular monitoring and encouragement. That means the patient, this is the purpose. Continues to require continuous monitoring and appropriate management. So you can write this one, these two things: regular monitoring and appropriate management. Okay. Yeah. So you have to write the points. So introductory paragraph. Now I want you to tell me what are the points which are required to be in the introduction. Points in introduction, what we have to write. So mention there, please. You can mention what are the points which we can write here. What are the points which we can write here? Yeah. What are the points? Yeah, 2 people have given their responses. Yeah, 3 points have come. Very good. So patient second name. Yes, bless, very good. Sergeant, very good. 3 points you have given both of you together. Yes. Yeah, one more point has come here. Here requires ongoing monitoring and encouragement. Very good, bless. Yeah, come on. Share your points. Name, diagnosis, and the purpose of letter. Very good. And we very good. Okay. Now you have everything here. So try to write down the points here. Requires monitoring and management. Okay. Transfer to their care. So you can write one introduction, timeline. Yeah. Fine. Only the purpose. I want you to do once so that let me see. Yeah. So we are going to write the sentences now. You give your points, so followed by that I will. Okay. Now let us see. So we'll start with Mr. Peter Dunbar directly. Thank you for, okay, all this I am referring, I am transferring, I am discharging, all these things. No need. Straight away start with Mr. Dunbar. Mr. Dunbar. Okay, right? Mr. Dunbar, right? Okay, very good. And with Jacob, Mr. Peter Dunbar is diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Okay, requires ongoing care and management. He's transferred to your care today. Okay, fine. Mr. Dunbar, right? So is being transferred into your care. Is being transferred into your care. So that is number one. Number two. Okay. So now let us write purpose. Mr. Dunbar I'm just giving you different sentences, how you can join. Okay, how to make. So you all want to learn how to make quality sentences. Quality sentences or just some introduction. What do you want? Okay, you want quality or ordinary? Just write your answer there so that I follow it up. Otherwise, no need to waste our time. So, Mr. Dunbar. Okay. Mr. Dunbar, write down quality or ordinary. What you want? General say quality or general. Mr. Dunbar okay, requires, what he requires, you can say, requires regular monitoring and appropriate management. Okay. Appropriate management of dietary, medication, and exercise regimens. So like that you can write. Very good. Many people have responded here. Say 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. So, very good. So here this, instead of writing separate sentences, we can make it into one quality sentence. That's what Mr. Dunbar requires regular monitoring and appropriate management. Okay. Next one. So Mr. Dunbar, for what? Monitoring for what? Mr. Dunbar has had type 2 diabetes mellitus. Okay, so these are the 3 sentences. Anything else? Okay, is important. Yeah, he is moving to Centerville to live with his daughter. Finished. Okay, so these are the 4 sentences that can go into your introduction. So now you can make one sentence using these 4 sentences. Okay. So now this diabetes mellitus. Okay. Now this diabetes mellitus, he has to be monitoring. Regular monitoring, this one we can take here and put it here. Regular monitoring of diabetes mellitus. So this is gone now. So you see how it is going. Mr. Dunbar requires regular monitoring of type 2 diabetes mellitus and appropriate management, okay, of medication, then dietary and exercise regimens. Okay. So now that is finished. Now it's finished. Then here you can say following. Okay. Following the transfer. Following the transfer into your care. Okay. Following the transfer into your care. Okay. So not care today. He is going there to live with us. So following the transfer into your care. Whenever he comes, you have to take care. That is it. So he is moving to Centerville. So this is separate thing. So you can write. He is moving to Centerville to live with his daughter. Okay. No need again and again writing Mr. Dunbar, Mr. Dunbar, Mr. Dunbar. Okay. So, following into your care as he is moving to Centreville to live with his daughter. One sentence now. One sentence. Mr. Dunbar requires regular monitoring of type 2 diabetes mellitus and appropriate management of medication, dietary, and exercise regimens. Following the transfer into your care as he is moving to Centreville. Okay. Or you can say is being transferred. Is being, okay, here regimens, management of medication. So, comma. Right. So here, Mr. Dunbar, who requires regular monitoring of type 2 diabetes mellitus and appropriate management of medication and dietary and exercise regimens. Okay. So, is being transferred. So, there are many ways you can write. Is being transferred is another type into your care as he is moving to Centreville to live with his daughter. Mr. Dunbar, who requires regular monitoring of type 2 diabetes mellitus and appropriate management of medication, dietary and exercise, is being transferred into your care as he is, whether he is transferred to you or to somebody else, or going to Centreville or some other place, he requires regular monitoring of type 2 diabetes. Not only you, if not you, somebody else. That's the point. He requires, you provide or I provide or somebody else provide, that's not the problem. He needs, that is the point. So, right, he needs all these things. So that's why, and he's moving to Centreville. That's why we are transferring his responsibility to you. He's not, we are not transferring the patient to their facility. The responsibility is transferred, that's all. So that's the matter. So now the point is that clear? Is that clear? Say yes or no first, so that we can move to the next paragraph. Yes, please. Okay. Only 2 people said yes. What about the others? You did not understand? Or you don't want to give the answer? Okay. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 5 people have responded. Okay, then no problem. Next one. So we'll go to the next paragraph. Now, in the next paragraph, what are you supposed to write? So the most important problem, the recent problem is diabetic neuropathy. The most recent problem is diabetic neuropathy. So you can see here diabetic neuropathy. This is the most recent problem. Current problem now. So this problem you have to write. So this is the most important. Okay. So October 2018. This is the latest problem. So write about it first. Most serious problem you have to write first. Not diabetes, type 2 diabetes, which is the most serious problem. This is the most serious. Not just diabetes, it is diabetic neuropathy. Okay. So poor exercise tolerance, restricted mobility, diabetes, okay, but this is diabetic neuropathy. Neuro means nerves related disease. Okay. So diabetic neuropathy. So try to understand. This is the most serious thing. So that one we are going to write here first. So when, now this is the thing. Okay. These are the things which you have to write now. Copy. Let us see. Right. So These are the points, how we can write these 2 points. Let us see first. Now here, so you can say from October 2018 onwards. So you can say since, okay, present perfect. So since October 2018, present perfect for quite some time. So maybe 3-4 years now. Since October to whenever you give time frame, you have to put a comma there. You have to put comma after the time frame since October 2018 on 1st October 2008 in October 2000 anything like that. So you have to put comma here. This is 2019, so that's why we put 2018. If it is the same year, no need to write. Okay, since October 2018. Okay, what happened here? Signs of diabetic neuropathy. Signs of diabetic neuropathy. Okay, so he has shown signs of diabetic. So who showed? Dunbar showed. Every time writing Mr. Peter Dunbar, Mr. Dunbar, Mr. Dunbar is not good. So write passive voice. Signs of diabetic neuropathy were shown. Okay, signs of diabetic neuropathy were shown or were observed or were noticed. Okay, so here normal people, normally everyone will write how? Everyone will write like this. Since October 2018, Mr. Dunbar showed, okay, signs of diabetic neuropathy. So what we did is, so we put were shown, we removed the showed. So Mr. Dunbar is not needed. This eliminated this one. Okay, eliminated this one. So since October 2018, Mr. Dunbar showed signs of diabetic neuropathy or has shown present perfect we can write has shown simple past if it is, but now also he has, so you can say has shown. Okay, or here you can say have been shown, so it's present perfect. Signs of have been shown. Okay, like that. So this is the way how you can write. Now what you want to do, you can use either this one. This is active voice. If you use this one, it is active voice. If you use this one, it is passive voice. Now, which is better you feel, you use that one. So now I'm not teaching German and Latin and French. Okay. Be my guest. Be my guest means, okay, follow me. So be my guest. Okay. So I'm doing something for you. So I'm asking you, am I teaching German, French, or Latin? Or that means, is it clear to you what I'm telling you? What? Okay. So what the point here I want to send it through is, so active or passive. This is your choice. Your choice. So what you want? What you want? You want to write active or you want to write passive? This is one point. What OET wants. This is second one. So what you want is not important. What OET wants is important. And what Mr. Peter wants. Okay. Peter wants you to be comfortable. Okay. Now what OET wants, I'm going to show you. What OET wants, I'm going to show you. Okay, let us see here. Active or passive in OET writing. Forget speaking, okay? Writing. Now, occupational English test. So there is a question here. You can see this question very carefully. Do you know how to write passive forms correctly? That means, do you know passive forms? Do you know how to write passive forms? Do you know how to write passive forms correctly? There are three questions in this. I don't know whether you can understand or not, but that's very quite obvious. Okay, that is quite obvious. So this sentence, okay, okay. Do you know how to write passive forms correctly? So this is question number 1. Do you know passive forms? Okay. Number 1, do you know passive forms? Number 1, do you know to write passive forms? Okay. To write. Do you know passive forms is one. You cannot write, but you can read and understand. That is different thing. Okay. Passive forms. This is the second question. Do you know to write passive forms? Number 3, do you know to write correct passive forms? So now you can understand here what is the point which I am telling. There are 3 questions. So you said, do you know passive? Do you want chocolate? That means you want them chocolate, give chocolate. Okay. So you want to give something. Do you know passive forms? That means they want you to know it. Do you know to write passive forms? That means they want you to write it. Do you know to write correct passive forms? That means they want you to write correctly. So they want you to know passive forms, number 1. They want you to write passive forms, number 2. They want you to write correct passive forms, number 3. So knowledge is important, writing is important, and correctness is important. 3 points. I don't know. I'm not telling again. Once again, I'm telling you, I'm not teaching German, Latin, or French. I'm teaching you what the OET demands. Okay. If you don't like, that's your problem, not my problem. OET demands, you have to give it. You cannot say no, 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 I don't know. Okay. I don't know. So that means you're going to hit your head to the wall. The wall is OET and your head will break. That's all. Nothing else is going to happen to the wall. Okay. Break your head, no problem. So this is what the OET demands. Okay. The demand of the OET. The demand. What the OET is expecting. The expectations of the OET. Okay. The expectations of the OET. What OET wants from you. You have to know passive voice. You have to know how to write passive forms. You have to know how to write passive forms correctly. That is the meaning. Okay. So now somebody asks you, you want to go to a job and somebody asks you, do you have a bachelor's degree? If you say no, that means they don't need you. They don't need you. So that's why they're asking you, do you have a bachelor's degree? If your answer is yes, that means you're in. They demand a bachelor's degree. Otherwise, you'll not get the job. That's the point. If they say, do you have master's degree? That means it is a demand, it's a requirement. So here also OET is asking, do you know passive forms? So passive forms are a requirement. And writing passive forms is important. And writing correct passive forms is the expectation. So that's the last. Okay. So now let us see here again. Why it is asking. Passive forms are great for making the patient or treatment the focus of the sentence. Make it the subject, make it important, bring it forward, make it important. Okay. Using it during writing and speaking, we don't bother about speaking now. Using it during writing subtext can help your language be more sympathetic. So if you use this one, you will be like sympathetic person. You will have sympathy towards your patient. Otherwise, you are an arrogant person or a rude person. I will teach you. No. I will teach you how to. Many people say like this. I will explain you how to use insulin injections. That means you are great. I will teach you. You are the only one person in the world who can teach him. It's nonsense. It's nonsense, utter nonsense. Any nurse can teach him. You are not extraordinary. You are not special. So why do you want to beat your own drums? Okay, showing that you are great. You're not proving sympathetic. You're rude, you're arrogant, you say you're a dominating person. You want to prove that you are something great. No. Taking insulin injections is extremely important. Therefore, education will be provided. Where is I? Where is I? Where is you? So passive voice is very important. So you'll make the important person. Okay. So as a nurse, you can use your language to build better relationships with patients. That means if you are using I, we, you, okay, that means you are not building better relationship with the patient. You are thinking that, oh, I am doing something great to the patient. It's nonsense. Okay. You doing great things is not important. Great things to happen for him is important. Whether you do it or your friend does it or your colleague does it or some other head nurse does it or supervisor does it or the nurse does it or charge nurse does it or the in charge nurse does it or normal sister does it, that's night duty nurse does it or afternoon duty or evening, whoever does it, that is not important for him. Okay. The action is important. The patient is important, not the person who is doing the action. So be careful. So instead of pitting the performer of the action first, I am writing to refer. Nonsense. I am writing. What you are writing? Only you person can write. Nobody else can write. Least valued sentence. The letter starting with I is a nonsense. Okay. According to this standard. I'm not telling you, OET is telling you here, right? The least important, that is, the most important is passive voice. So, I will educate you regarding medication. Okay. Education regarding medication compliance is extremely important. So, the necessary education will be provided. Where is I? I'm not using the word I. If not I, somebody else will do, no? You did not take the responsibility of every patient on your shoulder. You're not important. Patient is important. Okay. You are there, that's why patients are there. No. Patients are there, that's why you have your job. Okay. You have your job because patients are there. If no patients, imagine there are no patients in the world. Imagine that there are no students in the world. What will I do? Where will my job go? Nobody wants English. So what will happen to me? I'm not important. The students are important. Their requirement is important. Okay. If they need English, they will go to anybody they want. Okay. So I am least important here. In the same way, a nurse or a doctor is least important. Why every time we are using I, we, you, he, she, they, all these things? Personal pronoun. This is a formal letter. And why you are using personal pronouns? Okay. I think that is enough. I have given you enough explanation now. If you don't understand, that is your problem and it is your headache. I'm least bothered about that one. I only open your, that cataract on your eyes. I'm doing the surgery of your eyes and I'm removing the cataract because you don't know, it's blind. Okay. You cannot see what is behind, what the OET is expecting. You cannot see because the cataract is these teachers who without proper knowledge, they are teaching, they're just teaching something and leaving. That's the cataract. I'm removing that cataract from you. Okay. What OET is, they're not allowing you to learn what OET wants you. They just say, I'm writing to refer, I'm writing to transfer, I'm writing to update, I'm writing to discharge. I don't know what is this I am writing to. Okay. So, am is my, okay, not my, is the point crystal clear? I am not important here. Okay. I am not important. Is the point crystal clear? Say yes or no. So if you say, no need, sir, we don't want passive voice, then you don't need me first place. You don't need me. Better you go to those people who can say, yeah, okay, correct, right. Okay, such people you can go. I'm not the suitable person for you then. So if you feel what OET is telling, I'm not telling anything. I am not telling anything to you. Not telling anything to you. If you feel this is the point, nobody will bring this in front of you because they don't have time in the world. They don't have time in the world. Okay, they don't have time in the world. They just teach something, they make up their money, they fill their pockets, and they go. They say, let them go to hell, no problem for us. We have got our money. That's not important. That's why I don't take too many admissions. Okay, I don't take, only limited students I take, right? So, as nurse, so here it is. So, instead of pitting the performer of the action first, so that means instead of putting the action, performer of the action, I am explaining, the doctor has given medication. No, the passive voice makes the person or thing being acted on the subject of the sentence. So you should make it the subject of the sentence. Subject will be in the beginning of the sentence. But I am writing to refer Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is the last person. What nonsense you are doing there? What nonsense are you doing there? He's telling, make it the subject of the sentence. Subject will be in the beginning of the sentence. Do you know that? The subject of the sentence means the person or the thing about whom you are talking is the subject of the sentence. Okay? Is the subject of the sentence. So, make the patient first. Make the treatment first. And when patient and treatment are there, once you take the patient first, then afterwards, no need to tell every time patient, because already he is important. In each sentence, there is a particular action or treatment. Make the, in one sentence, medication is important. In one sentence, exercise is important. In one sentence, diet is important. In one sentence, surgery is important. In one sentence, review is important. In one sentence, counseling is important. What is important? Give that, give it a crown and make it the king of the sentence. Okay? Don't prove yourselves to be useless fellows in front of OET. You have a lot of brains. Okay? You have a lot of brains. Think which is important in this sentence. That one you bring it forward and put. That is called the subject of the sentence. For example, if I'm saying English is important. So I am talking about English. So English is in the beginning. So English is important. Yesterday, I taught English. So yesterday, we'll go back. Yesterday, I brought forward. Yesterday is not the subject of the sentence. Yesterday is just an addition. That's why you are putting comma. I taught English. I is the subject. Why I? I is not important. I taught English is not important. English was taught, passive voice. So that means I'm not beating my own drums. I'm not great here. English was taught, finished. So yesterday, the first letter was explained. I'm not telling I explain the first. If not I, somebody else will explain. So what is the greatness in me? So that's what it is. You put yourself down and give importance to the patient and give importance to the treatment. Yes. What all I told you. So one last. Agree or disagree. You write A if you agree. Disagree. D if you write disagree. Just one letter. A or D. So we are writing grammar. Yeah, grammar, Dr. Farid. Grammar. Grammar is the glamour of English language. Okay. Somebody wrote 3 A's. Okay. Right. So you can see. Okay. If you agree, write A. So that we'll move forward. If you say D, disagree, then we can stop here and we'll see what you want. Okay. I need your consent, okay, to move forward. I'm not just playing the fool with you. You are very precious for me. You are very precious for me. So, all right. So this is, I'm giving you the link. You can just save this link. Okay. Save this link. So this is the link. You can copy and paste it and save it. Copy, link it, and save the link so that you can study it afterwards. Okay. When to use passive voice, using correct verb tenses, all these are there. Everything we are going to discuss. Okay. Sentence after sentence. Now, so this is very, very important. Okay. Now let us move forward this one. Yeah. Now, so since October 2018, Mr. Dunbar has shown signs of diabetic neuropathy. This is weak. This is weak. OET is telling don't use like this. This is also passive voice. And this is also passive voice. Okay. Dunbar has shown. So this is, sorry, active voice. This is passive voice. But here patient is given importance. But patient is the actor. Action is important. So diabetic neuropathy is more important because Dunbar is all over the letter. So it is no more important now. Dunbar is all over important. The subject itself is Dunbar. So no need to give more importance to him because he is already important. Okay. So he is an emperor, not the king. So emperor of the letter and king of a sentence. Emperor of a letter. Mr. Dunbar is the emperor of a letter. So no need to bring him every time and diminish his standard. Diminish his standard. Emperor is emperor. Don't make him a king in every sentence. It's nonsense. Okay. All right. So Mr. Dunbar has shown signs of diabetic neuropathy, or signs of diabetic neuropathy have been shown. So this one avoid, this is active voice, and use passive voice. That is what I am telling. So since October 2018, signs of diabetic neuropathy have been shown. Whether you are a doctor or you are a nurse or you're a podiatrist or a physiotherapist or whoever you are, that doesn't mind. That there is no problem. So we are learning tenses, sentences. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Next, second sentence. Second sentence. Now, walking with a stick. This we are going to take. Okay, this we are going to take. So, mobilization. So he walks with a walking stick. He walks with a walking stick. He is now walking with a stick. So he is now walking with a stick. So see how ordinary sentence, he is now walking with a stick. Okay, he is now walking with a stick. Why should we use this one? This is active voice. Now change it into passive voice. Mobilization. 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 I'm writing, don't worry. Mobilization has been possible with the support of a walking stick. Mobilization has been possible with the support of a walking stick. When since October 2018, mobilization has been possible, present tense, with the support of a walking stick. Okay, right. So this is the recent one. This is the recent one. So you can write about this. So poor exercise tolerance and restricted mobility, right? So mobilization has been possible with the support of a walking stick. You can see that one there. So this is done. So try to avoid. So if normal people will write like this, he is now walking with a stick. Okay. He is now walking with a stick. But mobilization has been possible with the support of a walking stick. This is not an ordinary sentence. You will definitely pass if you write these sentences. Okay. Even if you make mistakes, still you will pass. Okay. These are B plus sentences. These are B plus sentences. Okay. Right. Next one. Next, we will talk about poor exercise tolerance, restricted mobility. That's what it is we have seen. Now, next, what more we can see is, right. So mobilization has been possible, means it's okay. Things can go on. Mobilization is possible. Is possible means chances of doing the action, that is it. Mobilization has been possible, okay, with the support of a walking stick. This is not passive voice, but the quality of sentence is high grade. Okay, right. Then next one. Then next what you have done is, what you have to do is, again, with the diabetic neuropathy, then you will go for diabetes, type 2 diabetes now. Type 2 diabetes, this is it. Type 2 diabetes, okay. Now this type 2 diabetes, what is happening? This type 2 diabetes has been taken care of, okay. So for a long time he has been facing this problem, type 2 diabetes, since August 2016. We don't need to tell all these things now. So, right, we don't need to tell all these things. So what we have to do is, okay, now how they are managed, okay, how they are managed. So we can say his type 2 diabetes, yeah, his, normally anybody will write like this, his type 2 diabetes, we'll change it afterwards. His type 2 diabetes is controlled by what? Managed by or controlled by, okay, by what? Here you can see. So metformin, yeah, metformin 500 mg thrice daily, okay, metformin, okay, oral hypoglycemic, okay, oral hypoglycemic. What do you mean by hypoglycemic? That means through his diet, okay, metformin through his diet, controlled, okay, orally. So orally, diet you are intaking through your mouth. So that's it, okay. So now metformin has been effectively managed, okay, effectively controlled. His type 2 diabetes is effectively controlled by, okay, by what? Metformin, that's it, right? Oral consumption, okay, right? Controlled by metformin and through his diet, okay, right? Hypoglycemic. Now you have to know what is the word hypoglycemic. One second. So hypoglycemic. Hypoglycemic means, right, so low level, right, where the level of sugar in glucose in your blood drops too low, right? Okay. Now metformin is effectively controlled by metformin. So instead of his type 2 diabetics, his type 2 diabetes. Why his type 2 diabetes? Just write type 2 diabetes. Okay. So this is for a long time it is going on, not just now. Okay, has been for a long time, has been effectively controlled since the beginning. It has been effectively controlled by metformin. Okay, by metformin orally. Okay, right. Battery low. Okay, controlled by metformin. So controlled by metformin, by passive voice, you can understand, by metformin. So metformin has been prescribed to control. Metformin has been prescribed. That also is passive voice. Okay, right. Controlled by metformin. Full stop. Okay. So he all these things avoid as far as possible. All right. So next one is so now let us see here. The next one, diabetes. Recommended dietary low fat, low sugar, calorie restriction, limited alcohol, and more exercise. Okay. So patient lives at his home with wife cooks, wife managing dietary requirement, but patients like 2 to 3 glasses wine. Wife deceased. See here, patient depressed and grieving, referred back to doctor for monitoring. So referring back will never be there. Okay. So already somebody knows, okay, you cannot refer him. So referring is only for the first time. Referral means first time. Medication, don't write referred back anywhere, even by mistake. Here in the official sample also there's a mistake. There is nothing called referred back. Okay, there is nothing called referred back. I'm not telling anything. That's a fact here. So what you can do is you can see the Cambridge dictionary. Then refer means what? Refer means introduce a person. Okay. Referral. Referral means the act of directing someone to a different place or person for information, help, or action, often to a person or group with more knowledge or power. Okay, right? So referral means the person who knows better, and that too for the first time. Only once you refer, then again going to back to the same person is repetition. It's not a referral now. Okay, so there is no refer back. Right. To doctor for monitoring medication fasting. See here, patient is non-compliant with the diet. Okay, so he takes excessive fat, salt, sugar, and alcohol, and even wine and beer. Everything he's taking. No, nothing. Since his wife passed away, he's using more and more again. Right. So he's not managing. He's not following. He's all the treatment. He's not following the treatment at all. Okay. So you can use the sentence here. Right. What? 1 second. I have an emergency. Sorry. Right. So metformin has been effectively controlled by metformin, but patient is not ready. He is non-compliant. Okay. Who, Mr. Dunbar? So he is non-compliant. He is non-compliant. Okay. He is non-compliant. For what? Let us see here. He is non-compliant. Non-compliant with diet. Number one. Remember this. Non-compliant with diet. Non-compliant with diet. So non-compliant with diet. Next, non-compliant with medication also. Patient remains unmotivated, means resistant. Is not ready to listen. Is not ready to listen. Okay. Doctor prescribed metformin, oral hypoglycemic agent. Now patient cooking for self. Non-compliant with medication also. Not only with diet. Non-compliant with medication also. Okay. And no exercise. Right. Okay. Poor exercise, not good exercise. So here you can see non-compliant with medication, non-compliant with diet. All things are together here, right? He's not ready. He resents having to take. He's reluctant. Resent means not accept. You should know the meaning of the word resent. So resents. Resent means what? Not accept. To feel angry, very special word. See here. You can use this word, resent. Write down these words when I'm telling you this. You can use in your speaking and you can use in your writing. If you use 20 words like this, you'll definitely get A grade. 20 words like this you'll get in vocabulary A grade, not overall A grade, but vocabulary A grade you'll get. That's what it is. 20 words you use like this. Fine. Smita, whenever you get these words, write it and keep it in a book and after send me together. So to feel angry because you have been forced to accept someone or something that you do not like. So he's resenting with anger. Okay. He does not like. He does not like. So what you have to do is you use this word. You use this word resent. Okay. So the word resent, I am putting it in the Telegram channel. Okay. So tomorrow's word is resentment. Okay. Every day I'll give you new words. Resentment. Okay. To feel angry, so much meaning is there in this one word. Resent means a very big word, and not everybody can use this one. People don't know resent is different or resent is different. Resent, za. This is resent, not resent, not sa. This is za, resent. Okay. So remember this, resent. So
resent.
Za, not sa. SENT is sent. This is za. This Z letter is za, but a sent, okay, resent. Okay, no, not this one. Just let us take sent. Many people use resent, send again. Okay, this is sa, not za. So this is sa. S. S means sa. Z means za. Same letter. S only is there. Here also yes. There also yes. Okay, here you will pronounce it as sa. Sent.
Sent. Sent. Sent. Sent. Sent.
But when it goes into here, it is not sent. It is resent.
Resent. Resent. Resent. Resent.
Many people don't know the pronunciation also. So resent, za, za, like zoo. Okay, zoo, zoo. So that is the pronunciation. And the word has a very big meaning. First thing is to feel angry. The reason is because somebody is forcing you and you are reluctant, you are not interested, you are disinterested. Okay, you do not like to do it, that you do not like. Okay, that's a very great word, use it. Very great word, use it. That's the important, that's the message. Okay, so definitely use this word in your speaking. And right, many people resent in taking medication, but I believe if you comply with the medication regimen, so in that way you can use this word. So if you use like this 20 words, definitely you will get for vocabulary. Out of 200 words, 20 words C2 and 20 words C1, enough. You'll definitely get A grade. So now next one. So that's the word, resents. Okay, non-compliance. Non-compliance. So reluctance, you can say reluctance. Resents means reluctant. Okay, so you can use that word here. Right, he is non-compliant to the recommendations of the doctor. Non-compliant with medication and dietary regimens. Right. So now what you will do, he is. So see, you are using he is. This is correct only, not wrong, but quality is low. So what I will do is, instead of he is non-compliant with medication and dietary regimens, I will use like this. Non-compliance, noun. I'm making it noun and making it the subject of the sentence. This is important. He is everywhere. Dunbar is everywhere. In all the sentences, Mr. Dunbar is there. Everything is related to him only. So why do we want to take he again and again? In this sentence, non-compliance is important. Non-compliance with medication, not only medication, I'm changing the style. See here. Not only medication, but also, not only, but also, not only medication, but also dietary regimen. Regimens. Okay, non-compliance with not only medication, but also dietary regimens has been noticed, right, or observed. Okay, noticed. Okay, right. Non-compliance with not only medication but also dietary regimens has been noticed. Non-compliance has been noticed. Non-compliance is singular, uncountable. Has been noticed. With not only medication. So here you can use different styles. You can use a different style, not only but also. You can use as well as. Non-compliance with medication as well as dietary regimens has been noticed. Non-compliance with medication and dietary regimens has been noticed. Non-compliance with both medication and dietary regimens has been noticed. So you can use not only but also. I'm teaching you grammar. Not only but also. This is one style. Both and. This is one style. And another, as well as, in addition to. Okay. In addition to. Okay. In addition to medication non-compliance, reluctance to take diet, follow dietary regimen has. So in addition to also you can use as well as, and, both and, not only but also, as well as, all these different styles you can change and use accordingly. So that is how you can improve this quality. All right. Then next. Right. Okay. Mobilization for shorter distances. Okay, has been possible with the support of a walking stick. So like this, you can add words to the sentence according to the requirement. Okay, now, so type 2 diabetes, right? Reluctance, you can say reluctance. Reluctance to comply with the medication. That also you can say. Reluctance to comply with the medications. Reluctance to. You can, that also you can use. Reluctance. Okay. Right. So that way also you can write. Next, what else you can take? So case notes. Blames poor memory, right? And he tells he's healthy. Why should I take all these things? Takes medication intermittently. Okay. Takes medication intermittently. So try to understand here, this one also. So the next one is, and he blames poor memory. He blames poor memory for non-compliance. Okay. So non-compliance with, okay, non-compliance with not only medication, but also dietary regimen has been noticed. Okay. So he blames on the pretext of poor memory. Okay. Non-compliance. So he will give the reason. Pretext means reason. Okay. Pretext means reason. He'll giving lame excuse. Pretext means lame excuse. I don't know whether you know it or not. Okay. Okay. Non-compliance has been noticed. No, this is right. On the pretext of poor memory. So taking poor memory as excuse, he does not comply with any medication and dietary regimens. That's it. Okay, and he just gives lame excuse. Pretext. What is the word of pretext? What type of pretext? Pretext means excuse. A pretended reason for doing something that is used to hide the real reason. See, very big word. Very big word. Pretext. Pretext means giving a lame excuse. Lame excuse. If you don't know this word, you cannot use this word. Write down this word and use it. Okay. Unnecessary reason he is giving. Okay. He's giving unnecessary reason. He doesn't want to reveal the real reason. Real reason is he does not want to follow. And says, I forgot. Just giving some reason. That's it. He hides the real reason. Okay. And he giving a lame excuse. That's the point. Pretext means that is it. False excuse. Pretext means false excuse. Remember that. Write down and use it. So, on the pretext of poor memory, non-compliance with not only medication, but also diet arrangements has been noticed. Or he blames poor memory, okay, for that. So anyway, you can write that. Next. So on the pretext of poor memory as the fundamental reason or primary reason, okay, on the pretext of poor memory, he gives he blames poor memory as the fundamental reason. Poor memory is blamed as the fundamental reason. Okay, anyway you can write. Okay, as the main reason, fundamental reason, primary reason. Okay, basic reason. Okay, non-compliance. That's why he's not listening, he's not following, and he's telling I forgot. That's the poor memory, right? Then next. Then here you can also see here takes medication intermittently. Sometimes he takes medication intermittently. Then next one. Intermittent dosing, all this education should be provided. Then non-compliance again with diet, you can see here. Intermittent means off and on, not on and on, off and on. Sometimes yes, on and on means going on continuously. Off and on means sometimes takes, sometimes does not take. Whenever he likes, he'll take. Whenever he doesn't like, he'll take. That's it. His will and wish. That is it. Off and on. Sometimes he says yes, sometimes he says no. That is intermittent. Irregular. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now there is one more problem with him. He sometimes take a double. Sometimes instead of one tablet, he take 2 tablets. He takes, forgets, and again takes again. Like that one. Where is that? Control F, dose. Dose, okay. Yeah, still misses. Sometimes he misses or sometimes he double doses. So that's it. Okay. Sometimes he takes double doses, all the medication. He takes medication and again he forgets and again takes. That's it. Okay. So that also you can use. Right. Intermittent, sometimes, okay, intermittent medication compliance as well as double dosing, double dose, okay, double dose, okay, occurrences have been notified. So double dose, right? Occurrences have been notified. Okay. So intermittent, sometimes intermittent completion, not taking regularly, sometimes double dose occurrences. So both have been notified. Then next. So here you can see here the doctor has advised to take what you can see here. The doctor advised him to take low fat. Okay, dietary management. Doctor recommended dietary management. In spite of, contrary to the doctor's recommendation. Contrary means against. Okay, contrary to the doctor's recommendations. Contrary to the doctor's recommendations means against the recommendations of the doctor. Okay, he disregarded the recommendations of the doctor. So you can say in contrast with the doctor's recommendation or contrary to the doctor's recommendations, recommendations. Doctor recommendations, what? Low fat. Okay, you can see there, low fat, low sugar, calorie restricted, limited alcohol, more exercise, diet, everything. But the patient is not following these things. Okay, he is not following all these things. He says, I'm always healthy. Okay, he says, I'm always healthy. Right, let us see here. He's taking excessive fat, excessive sugar, salt, sugar, alcohol, and still taking wine and beer and no exercise. Okay, right, that's it. Contrary to the doctor's recommendation, in spite of the doctor's recommendation, in spite of means contrary, doctor has recommended, however, he is not following. Okay, although the doctor has recommended, you can use these different settings. So, shall I give you some more sentences types? So, how to write these sentences? Use these sentences. Do you want me to give different options? Okay, contrary, in contrast to. So you just write there, yes, if you want. So contrary, if many people say, don't want, then I will stop. Contrary, in contrast, contrary, in contrast, in spite of, despite, though, although, even though, but, yet. So these are the different words which you can use. However, so these are the words. That means this many types of sentences you can make. So only one said yes. So nobody wants. Okay, will not give those sentences. Fine, no problem. Right. That's a full stop. I gave you time to say yes or no. Nobody is interested. So let us leave that. Right. Now, intermittent medication compliance. Okay, I'll give you time. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Somebody is writing. That's why. Why should I take pains to explain when nobody is interested? That's the point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, enough. So 7 people want. Okay, now let us see. Contrary to the doctor's recommendations. So this is the sentence. Okay. Contrary to the doctor's recommendations, consumption of okay, the doctor's recommendations are low fat. His consumption of excessive fat, sugars, this one. Okay. Consumption of excessive fat, sugars, salt, and alcohol. Okay. Okay. Consumption of excessive fat, sugar, salt, alcohol. Okay. Has been registered. Okay, in the records. Has been recorded. Recorded. Okay, noticed, observed, recorded. Okay, informed. Okay, so all these things contrary to the doctor's recommendations, consumption of, okay, or you can say instead of contrary, you can say in contrast to, in contrast with the doctor's recommendation, in contrast, contrary to. So remove contrary to and say in contrast with. In contrast with the doctor's recommendations, just the words you are changing, everything will be the same. Everything will be the same. Contrary to the doctor's recommendations, consumption of excessive fat, sugar, alcohol, okay, has been recorded. In contrast with the doctor's recommendations, consumption, so in the same. In spite of the doctor's recommendations, in spite of, put in spite of and write the same thing. In spite of the doctor's recommendations, consumption has been recorded. Then you can say despite the doctor's recommendations. Okay, consume excess. So you can also say like this. Okay, excessive fat sugar has excessive fat sugar, excessive fat sugar, alcohol have been consumed. Okay, so excessive amounts, excessive quantities of. So contrary to the doctor's recommendations, excessive quantities of fat, sugar, salt, and alcohol, okay, have been consumed. Right. So this is the way how can, in spite of the doctor's recommendations, excessive quantities, despite the doctor's recommendation, just remove that yellow contrary to and put those things. But despite, finish. Though the doctor recommended, low fat, that one you have to use. When you use though, you can use the doctor's recommendations. So although, even though, you can use. Otherwise, you can say the doctor recommended low fat, but excessive quantities of fat, salt, sugar, like that you can. The doctor recommended low fat diet was recommended by the doctor. Though low fat diet was recommended by the doctor, excessive quantities of this words change, this change. Though excessive fat was recommended by the doctor, excessive quantities of fat, salt, and alcohol have been consumed. Although low fat diet has been recommended by the doctor, excessive quantities have been consumed. So these will come here. All these will come here. Previous one. Though the doctor recommended, okay, though low fat, salt, sugar, and alcohol, okay, was recommended by the doctor, excessive quantities of salt, like that you can say. But you can use but also. The doctor recommended low salt, sugar, and alcohol, but excessive quantities were have been consumed. That's all. So different ways you can use. However, doctor has recommended low quality. However, excessive quantities were consumed. Finished. Okay. So you can write different. So now how to write, for example, however, the what you can say, low fat, comma, salt, comma, sugar, and alcohol. Okay. Low fat, low sugar, low salt, low alcohol were recommended, okay, by the doctor, okay, semicolon. However, comma, excessive quantities have been consumed. So this will go forward. So here you are using the word however. Here you are using the word however. So every time you change different styles. Okay, that's what it is. I remove however and say but, yet. Okay, instead of however you can use yet also, like this. Remove however and say yet. Okay, or remove colon and yet and say but. Okay, anyway you can write. These are one styles, those are one styles. Okay, so all these styles you can use. So now I'm asking you, are you able to understand that we can write the same sentence in different forms. Are you able to understand that we can write the same sentence in different forms? So different words you can use. Though the doctor recommended low fat, salt, sugar, and alcohol, excess amounts have been consumed. That's all. Very simple. Very simple it is. So just say whether you understood or not. So just use substitutes. All these are different forms. You don't need to use only however or this one. You can write in any different form. That's it. So that's fine. So this is how you are going to write. I told you I'm not teaching just the letter. I'm teaching you all the things here. Right. Next. Right. So then what else is here? Now his wife died. So since his wife, okay, since the death of his wife, okay, since the death of his wife, what happened? Everything went on off limit. Okay, everything went on off limit. You see here, nobody is there to bother him now. Okay, nobody is there. So, right. So all these things were taken since the death of his wife. Okay. So how you are going to write? Either there you can write or you can write like this. Excessive amounts of what? Excessive quantities. The same thing I'm writing now, sentence. I have given you the styles. Now I'm writing my sentence. Excessive quantities of what? Excessive quantities of fatty foods, salt, sugar, and alcohol. Okay, quantities of fats. Okay. Then, comma, fatty foods, comma, what else you can write? Salt, comma. Next one, what is there? Salt, sugar, and alcohol. Sugar and alcohol. Sugar and alcohol. Hello, Suma. Okay. Sugar and alcohol. Yes. Alcohol. So excessive quantities of fatty foods, salt, sugar, and alcohol have been consumed. Okay. Have been consumed. Have been consumed. Have been consumed since the death of his wife. Okay. Okay, since the death of his wife, or since his wife's death, or since the death of his wife. Okay. When did it happen? Since the death of his wife. When? This is 2018. This is 2017. So last year, December. So this is 1 year before. Okay. So since the death of his wife, the previous year, the year before, the last year, previous year, the year before. Anyway, you can write, not only this one. Anyway, you write your styles. Okay. Learn to write. Every time, don't use the same thing. Every time, try to innovate, reinvent, trial and error system. Try to learn new things. No problem. Do mistakes. We learn. Okay. In the previous, dare to do mistakes. I'm there to correct. No problem. Okay. Not in the exam. Now, the practice session. Try to do mistakes. No problem. So, previous year. Okay. excessive quantities, and this contributed, this led to, this resulted in, this resulted, this contributed to, this led to the present condition. Okay. And this contributed to, okay, contributed to the present condition or current condition. Current condition. So, however you want to write, you can write here present condition or current condition or present condition, or you can say the present situation. Change the words. Present situation, or you can say present circumstances. No, his condition. So, present condition, situation. Okay. Or circumstances, anything you can write, condition, situation, circumstance, that also suits, no problem. Present circumstances are okay. Condition, situation, circumstance, everything is the same, one and the same. Like that you can write. So at present, now who is going to take care of him? So here, at present, so daughter, okay. So he's going there to Centerville. So his daughter will take care of him. So she needs education regarding patient's needs and monitoring. So you can write like that. At present, his daughter will be looking after looking after the requirements. The requirements. Okay. At present, his daughter will be looking after. At present, since his daughter will be looking after. Since means because. You can use as his daughter or since his daughter or because his daughter. Write down the words. As his daughter will be looking after the, because his daughter. Okay. Or his daughter will be looking after the requirements. So there you can use so. Okay. Hence, different words. Because, since, as, so, therefore, you can use like that one. Since his daughter. So since is very important. This word you can change. Okay. Sorry. Since, because. Right. Since his daughter will be looking after the requirements, comma, education regarding the patient's requirement, regarding regarding Mr. Dunbar's. So here compulsory, otherwise confusion with the Dunbar's requirements and Dunbar's requirement. Okay. So you can see here Dunbar's patient needs and monitoring. Okay. Education regarding requirements and monitoring. Requirements, patient's requirements and regular monitoring. Okay. Education regarding is required. Is required. Okay. Regarding Mr. Dunbar's requirements and regular monitoring is required. For whom? Because to her daughter. Okay. Education is required. Okay. For her. Okay. That's very important. Since his daughter, so her, there are two people. So that's why we are using her and his. Otherwise, we don't need. Only one person is there, we don't need. Because two people are there. Her or for him or for her, that's confusion. So in order to avoid the confusion, then only you have to use personal pronouns. Otherwise, don't need. Okay. So like that, you will write. You can break it into two paragraphs otherwise, if it is long. So then, next paragraph here. So he was admitted with myocardial infarction. So this is the second problem. This diabetes problem is over. Okay. Diabetic neuropathy and type 2 diabetes, both are finished. There in this one paragraph. And here we are going to talk about myocardial infarction in June 2018. So you start in June 2018. So year change. Okay, that is 17. This is June 2018. This is 2019. Okay. In June 2018, that's also past. Okay. If you say in June, then we don't know which year. So 2018 or 2019. So instead of avoiding the confusion, we'll write year. Otherwise, no need. In June 2018, right. So patient hospitalized with myocardial infarction. So Mr. Dunbar was admitted to the hospital with myocardial infarction, or Mr. Dunbar, or he, Mr. Dunbar. No need of writing every time. You can say he suffered. Who suffered? Mr. Dunbar. No need every time you say he suffered myocardial. Many people say every time, every paragraph, first time you write a name of the patient, and afterwards don't write the name of the patient, they say. But many instances you can see no need to write. Okay, let us see one example. Let me show you one example. If there is here in the same letter, let me show. So since, okay, Mr. Dunbar here, okay, Mr. Dunbar here, okay. See here, he suffered, no need. No need Mr. Dunbar again and again, okay. This patient, no need Mr. Dunbar again, okay. So no need always, okay. So not compulsory. Many people say it's compulsory. No need compulsory, because only one patient is there, and we can always understand that. We can always understand that, right? So he was admitted with a complaint of myocardial infarction, okay. He suffered myocardial infarction and was admitted hospital, okay. Right. He was admitted. He suffered myocardial infarction. He suffered myocardial infarction and was hospitalized. Okay. Fine. Full stop. Then next one. So that's it. Post myocardial. Okay. Myocardial. Right. Then he was prescribed ramipril and diagnosed with, so this is another one, atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. So atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. This also your, these are two problems here, myocardial infarction and the same instance. On the same is during the same visit, during the same admission, okay, during the same admission, or okay, you can write like that, during the same following the admission or during the same admission, okay. Atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. He was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation. Means atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. So that's it. There is the same thing. He was diagnosed. Every time starting with he is not good, because he is not important anymore. He is always important, super important. Okay, so no need to write again. And if you write again and again, that means you are degrading his quality there. He was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation. 5 more minutes. He was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation. Or just which is important? He is important. He is already important. Now why he, in this sentence, which is important? Tell me, all of you, just message me. Which is important in this, he or AF? AF means atrial fibrillation. He is important or AF is important? Just type the answer. In this sentence, which is important? So make it the subject of the sentence. Okay, do you agree now? So AF, atrial fibrillation is important. So what you will do, you will bring this one forward. Okay, so you will bring this one forward. Atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. That is also passive voice only. Okay, this is also passive voice. Don't think that passive voice, anything we write, that is right. Okay, passive, this is also passive voice, no doubt. This is also right, but still it is low quality. Okay, now what is important? Patient is important. In this sentence, what is introduced new? That is important. What is introduced new? He is already introduced long before the letter itself is introduced. He. But in this letter, newly you are introducing atrial fibrillation. So why are you not giving it its due importance? Okay. So atrial fibrillation is important. So make it the subject of the sentence. Okay. Make it the subject of the sentence. Agreed or disagree. Write A or D. First. Yeah. So he is already important. Everywhere he is there. Dunbar is there in each and every sentence. So why again and again you are giving importance to him? Huh? So right, very good. Thank you for the response. Quick response. So this is the way how you have to write. So during the same admission, atrial fibrillation was diagnosed. The next one. And therefore and consequently or therefore or and consequently and as a result, okay, anything you can say. And okay, and what was given there, what was the medication given there? Here you can see sotalol and warfarin were commenced. Okay, and consequently, as a result, sotalol, S-O-T-A, sotalol, correct one. Sotalol and warfarin. Two things are there, so have been commenced. So you can say this sentence also is there. The same way, I'm going to show you another passive voice here. So how to write this one? The doctor commenced sotalol and warfarin for Mr. Dunbar. So, right? So this is one style of saying, okay? Or the doctor commenced Mr. Dunbar on sotalol and warfarin. If you don't write, that doesn't mean that it is wrong, okay? So the doctor commenced Mr. Dunbar on sotalol and warfarin. These are active voices. These two things are active voices. Active, A-C-T-I-V, active voice. Okay, active voice. Because the person who is doing the sentence is there. Active voice and active voice. Next one. Now we are changing into passive voice. Passive voice we can bring Mr. Dunbar was commenced on sotalol and warfarin. Okay, this is passive voice. This is passive. Passive. Oh. It's raining here. Passive voice. Okay, that is passive voice. Passive voice and indirect object is there first. Indirect object, because sotalol, doctor is giving sotalol and warfarin to Dunbar. The direct object is sotalol and warfarin. An indirect object is Mr. Dunbar. For example, I am giving you a pencil. So let me give you an explanation here. Okay. Now let us see. This is sotalol. Okay. This is sotalol and this is warfarin. So these two things. And this is doctor. This is doctor. So he is giving sotalol and warfarin, two things to Mr. Peter. This is Mr. Peter Dunbar. Okay. So doctor is giving sotalol and warfarin to Mr. Peter Dunbar. This is Peter Dunbar and this is doctor, and these are sotalol and warfarin. So see here, now I am telling you the explanation here. So these are objects and this is also object. So two objects. Doctor is the subject, okay, actor, the person who is doing the action. He's in the beginning, so active voice. So the doctor, okay, commenced sotalol and warfarin for Mr. Peter Dunbar. Finished. So this is not a direct relation. Direct relation is sotalol and warfarin. Okay. Indirect relation through sotalol and warfarin. This doctor has relation. The doctor has relation with sotalol and warfarin. The doctor has relation with Peter Dunbar also. So this is doctor. This is Peter Dunbar. So they have relationship between the mutual in between is sotalol and warfarin. So sotalol and warfarin are in direct touch with the doctor and Peter Dunbar. But Peter Dunbar is not in direct touch with doctor. He is not direct hand-to-hand contact. So try to understand that one. So the direct object is coming from the doctor and going to the patient. So patient, because of this direct contact only, we are getting the indirect contact. So try to understand. So this is through sotalol and warfarin, there is a relationship with the doctor. That's it. So I am giving you a pen. That means pen is coming to you. I'm not touching you, but I'm touching the pen. So pen is directly contact. So direct object is pen, and you are indirect object. So you are in contact with me through this pen. So indirect, because of this pen, you are in touch with me. So there is a contact between. So this is, okay, indirect object, you, and this is the actor. Okay, I am giving you a pen. Pen is direct object, you are indirect object. So you can use, now you understood, I suppose. So here, this is passive voice using the indirect object as the subject. Indirect object as the subject of the sentence. So that is why passive voice only. It's no doubt it is passive voice. It's correct. But why should we every time use Peter Dunbar, Peter Dunbar, Peter Dunbar? So remove it now. So you can just say sotalol and warfarin were commenced. Finished. That's it. So need not say Mr. Peter Dunbar again and again. Need not say he again and again. That's it. So this is direct object, means the most important thing is coming into the picture. Direct object. If there are no sotalol and warfarin, then there is no need of Mr. Peter Dunbar. So I want to give you a pen. If there is no pen, there is no need you don't need a pen. So I don't give pen. So pen is important. If I give pen, then I can come into contact with you. Otherwise, no contact with you. So indirect object only. So indirect object is not required. The direct object is there. That is more important. So here direct object as the subject of the sentence. So that's it. So here sotalol and warfarin are important. Make them the kings of the sentence. Make them the kings of the sentence. This is yellow. Mr. Peter Dunbar. Sorry, this is green. Mr. Dunbar is yellow. Means okay. This is excellent. Green is excellent. Mr. Dunbar, yellow is okay. And the doctor is danger. So green, red, green, and yellow. You remember what is red, green, and red is danger. Avoid danger in your OET writing and speaking. Yellow is okay. If you cannot go in green line, go in yellow line. Accident may happen, accident may not happen. If a person like me is there, cut marks. And they will definitely cut marks. They're not cutting marks actually. They're not cutting any marks. They're giving the marks you deserve. Right? If you write everything in passive voice, as far as possible, you'll get excellent grades. Okay? If you write in green, you'll get B plus. Okay? If you write in yellow, you'll get B. If you write in red, you'll get C plus. Absolutely. That's your wish. Okay? Then next. I told you already, I'm not teaching the letter, I'm teaching you sentences. Okay, right. So, total law and warfare in have been commenced. And consequently, total law and warfare in have been commenced. Like that. You can write 100 and different ways. Right. Next one. Is there any other problem? Yeah. Total law and warfare in. Ramipil, yeah. Here is Ramipil also. What is Ramipil for? Ramipil is for what? So, Ramipil is for what? Ramipil, yeah. Anti-hypertensive. So that means it is for hypertension. Yeah, here it is. Ramipil is also there. Anti-hypertensive, it is used for hypertension. So, that also you can write here. What is that you are going to write here? Hypertension has been efficiently controlled or managed. Okay, efficiently managed or controlled, anything you can say, managed by Ramipil. Finished. Okay. Right. So that's finished. Next one. Then you can write based on the aforementioned circumstances. Based on the aforementioned circumstances. Okay. Based on the aforementioned circumstances. Right. What does the required? What you have said here? So management of medication and dietary and exercise regimen. Okay, appropriate management of medication. Okay, monitoring, regular monitoring. Okay, so these things you have to change and write. The same things you have to change and write. Don't repeat the same things. So based on the aforementioned circumstances, ongoing supervision. There you said regular, ongoing means regular. Regular monitoring. Monitoring means observation and supervision. Otherwise, you can say observation. Ongoing observation. Okay. Of compliance. Okay. Observation of compliance with observation of medication compliance, you can say. One is enough. Of medication compliance and what else? And ongoing monitoring and what is that? Management. Okay. Ongoing monitoring is required. And encouragement is also required. Encouragement. Okay. And appropriate and necessary support. Encouragement, necessary support, you can say. So, what did we write here in the first paragraph? Management of medication. Yeah. Regular monitoring, appropriate management, you can say. Appropriate management. Compliance, medication compliance and appropriate management. Okay, fine. Based on the aforementioned circumstance, ongoing observation, medication compliance and appropriate management of Mr. Dunbar, management would be profoundly beneficial. Full stop. In case, write the same paragraph you write. In case, comma, any additional information is required, comma, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yeah. So yours faithfully, because you don't know the name of the person whom you are writing to. It's just a nurse, community health nurse, just a nurse. You don't know the name of the person. So leave 2 lines because you don't know your name also. Okay. You don't know your name also. Your name is given, your name, check it out here. You are nurse, your name is not given. You are the nurse. So in a community health center. So you are a nurse. Okay. So registered nurse, you can say. Registered nurse. Leave 2 lines here. Why 2 lines? Because you don't know, you have to put a signature and you have, normally you have to leave 1 line. Then you have to put a signature and you have to put your name also. So at least 2 lines you leave here. Registered nurse. And in a community health center. In a community health center. Community health center. Okay. Right. Community health center. This is a community health center. And sorry, if he was admitted in hospital, that is city hospital, Newtown. Okay, this we forgot to write. Sorry, city hospital, Newtown. He was admitted, we wrote, but city hospital we was hospitalized in the city hospital, Newtown. So like that. Okay. So you are not in the city hospital, but you are in Newtown. Okay, you are in Newtown, but not in the city hospital. You are in the community. So community health center, Newtown. Come see, many people won't write this one. Newtown. So you will get some extra marks for this one. Right? So both are correct. Center and center. Okay. Both are correct. Okay, Newtown. So this is how you can write. And starting from here, let us see how many words are there. So 193 words. 193 words. Here it is 193 words. So that's fine. So that's very good. So we are going to start listening session. Will take some time and start, no problem, because we are happy. We learned something great. Okay, I thought I'll take 1 hour, but I have taught a lot of concepts, so it took a little time. So no problem. Only the regular students will be attending, so no worries. So grade the session. Grade the session 0 to 10. 0 as useless, then 10 as beneficial. So 5 if it is 50-50. So whatever you want, you can grade the lecture. Maybe it is boring or useless or whatever it is. Okay. So for the new students who are attending the session, if anybody is interested, yes, there are still 2 more places for nurses and 1 place for the doctor. So till today midnight, 12 o'clock, there is time, and it is a 50% scholarship. After that, what class it was, sir? It was a lecture for writing sentences, my dear. Okay, grammar. Grammar is the glamour. It's letter only. It's a nurse's letter, but we were writing sentences. We are learning grammar, tenses, passive voice, active voice, vocabulary. Okay. So that's it. Thank you. And now next one is, yeah, every day we are doing this, Dr. Farid, every day we are doing. So the scholarship is for the new students who want to get admission for 1 month course or full course. 1 month course is normally 12,000, and those who join today before 12 midnight, they will have to pay only 6,000. Tomorrow, if you come, then again it is 12,000 only, no excuse. Because the only offer we have given, and it is directly from the app. I will not going to give anything. You can directly join from the application. You can request me, you can message me, then I'll send you the request. Only it will be there only till tonight. So I can show you the link. So you can write your comments. So feedback, please. Feedback. So how did you find the lesson? How was it? Okay. How was it? So, right. So here it is. I'm going to show you. So this is the batches. This is our store. And you can see here, these are our courses. Diwali scholarship. Okay. This there only still 4 hours to go. Not even 4 hours now. It is 3 hours, 40 minutes. So you take any course. For example, nursing for 30 days is 12,000. Nursing for 100 days is 20,000. Okay. Medicine for 100 days is 30,000. So if you take any course, so for example, medicine, doctors, it will be only 15,000. This will be only 20,000. If you just, Diwali offer is there. So you can click on this one and you see 20,000 is the fees. Okay. And if you don't have money also, you can pay through installments here. Okay. Okay. You can pay through installments. So this is coupon discount. I have given 10,000 half fees discount. So you have to pay only half of the fees for that one, including the charges, excluding the charges. So 10,262 rupees you have to pay. So if anybody is interested, Dr. Farid. Okay. So if you are a doctor, okay, then you can just click on this and the fees here also it is. So Diwali offer is there. So 30,000 fees normally. So 50% at 15,000 discount and internet handling charges. You have to add and you have to pay only 15,000. So see, for example, Dr. Farid, he has paid 25,000. Okay. So earlier. So now you're getting only for 15,000 for new students for only for today. Okay. It's not for tomorrow again. Tomorrow you ask me and I'll say no, because I'm not going to take any money from you. You'll directly pay here. Yeah, country matters. No, no, no. Any country, it is the same. Only the thing is you can download the application. So I'll share you here. So for example, no, country doesn't matter. Okay. So all countries, everywhere, they can avail this one. So I'm going to give you the link for full course nurses. So this is the link. So I'll give you the link if you want. So share the link, copy the link. Okay. Right. So there you are. Right. Choose recipient. Yeah. There it is. So you got the link here. Okay. So this is the link. Again, you'll get directly 50% discount. If you are interested, you join the app first of all. You no need to pay. First, you download the app. Then afterwards, you know everything there. Okay, you can join the app. At least you'll get some free classes if you're not interested to join also. Okay, so this is the app. You can download either this one, click on this one, or click on this one. This is 100 days course. Okay, 20,000. You need to pay only 10,000. Actually, 1 month only 12,000. So you're paying less than 1 month fees here. Okay, so those who are interested, you can write. You can write down your points. You can write down your points here. So your feedback, please. I'm waiting for 1 minute. Afterwards, we'll close the session. Yeah. So that's the end of the session. Have a nice day. Yes, now I am going to talk to some regular students. So if you are interested, you can stay back. Okay. So, oh, sorry. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Yeah, not here. Yeah. Yes. Sajan, new student. Sajan, can you unmute, please? Okay, 1 second. I'll unmute everyone. Yeah. Sajan, you can unmute, please. Hello, Sajan.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sajan. How are you? Are you happy with the session or you are breaking your head with me?
No, no, sir. I'm happy with session, sir.
Why did I join you, Mr. Sajan?
Ac- yeah, sir. Actually, before I'm like I saw in YouTube so many videos related this reading and related to 4 modules. But I'm satisfied with every module also. So that is the reason I'm joined this institute.
Okay, that's very good. This is your first class, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. This is my first class, and before I saw so many videos related 4 modules. But explanation is very good, sir. Previously, I'm suffering some sentence formation and everything also, but now I'm satisfied.
Okay, okay, fine. So, right, next, what is the difference you feel from the other sessions which you have attended and this session?
So now I'm feel better to convert to the sentence formation. It is a passive voice is very suitable for OETC. So I don't know exactly how to convert to the passive voice. Now I'm easily to convert the passive voice.
Okay, right, very good. Yeah, you can mute. Next one, who is there? Okay, Sunita Server, you were asking me, country matters. So are you interested in subscriptions, Sunita? What
Yes, sir.
exactly you wanted? Can I ask, what is your profession, first of all? Can you introduce me where you
Sir,
are?
yes, sir. I am a nurse by profession, and I already appeared in the exam, and I get 2 C's and 1 C plus and 1 B. So I am very disappointed. So now today I am joined your lecture and feels better. Because I am facing very many difficulties in writing sessions. So you are the great mentor. I definitely join your classes.
Okay, you want to join the classes. Okay, so the batch already started today. Today is the first day.
Yes, sir.
Monday.
Yes, sir.
So if you are interested, you can contact me. And where are
Yes,
you
sir.
from?
Sir, I'm from Pakistan.
Now you are in Pakistan?
Yes, sir.
So I don't think you can directly pay amount because there is some problem for Pakistan staffs to pay. So
Yes, sir.
what
So
you can
that's
do?
why I ask you. The
Yeah,
country
there are
matters.
options. There are options. There are options.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Okay, what you can do is if you have anybody in Saudi Arabia or Dubai
Yes, sir.
or
My cousin is in Dubai.
so you can ask him to send the money to me. Finished.
Oh, yes, yes. Of course, sir.
He can send the money directly to me, or there are my assistants there. There are my students there. If they can send them, they will send me, no problem. Or Dubai means Saudi Arabia. There are places they can
Yes, sir.
directly send it to me. You can give my number to them. Okay, my
Okay,
account
sir.
details to them. They can send through online transfer or they can send through. Yeah, this is only for today. Okay, so 3 hours
Okay,
more
sir.
are there. So you can
Okay,
ask
sir.
them.
Okay, sir.
If you have any inconvenience, you can tell me, or you can ask them to directly take the application and directly pay in the application only.
Yes, sir. Sir, this link will work.
There are many
or
doctors here. Okay, 1 minute. I'll introduce to your doctor. Where is this
Yes, sir.
doctor? Doctor went away. Okay. So Dr. Farid, actually, he's in Saudi Arabia. Okay. So if your brother is there, he can do it. Otherwise, I can tell Dr. Farid or somebody to transfer the amount. You can transfer it to Pakistani account to them. No problem. You can ask your brother.
Yes, sir.
That's the best option.
Yeah. Sir, my sister cousin in the Dubai, so I send her to the money, and she will send.
Yeah, you can follow it up. You can follow it
Yes,
up,
sir.
and you can
Yes, sir.
give my number to them. They can contact me. No problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, my account details
Yes,
I'll
sir.
send. What they want, send them my number. So they will follow
Yes,
me,
sir.
then I'll give you the admission. No problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
you contact me on WhatsApp. I'll follow it up. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Next
sir.
one. Anybody else is interested? You can say Muhammad. Yeah, Sunita. Muhammad Abdullah. Where are you from, Muhammad Abdullah? What is your profession? Muhammad Abdullah. Okay. Arasumani, I think Tamil Nadu. Arasumani. Yeah, Mr.
Hello.
Muhammad. Yes, please.
Yes.
Muhammad, I hear
Yes.
a lady's voice.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you introduce yourself,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah. I am from Pakistan, and I am a nurse by profession.
Okay. So how do you find the session?
It was good, informative.
So what new things did you learn? Was it up to your expectations?
Actually, for writing, it was first time for me. The first time I have taken this lecture, because before I did not taken any lecture.
That
So
means you're bad luck. You're bad luck. The Simon said troubled you very much.
no, sir.
Okay, fine. You're happy with that. Okay. So, right. Did you learn anything new or no?
Yeah, I learned something. It retained. I learned some. Before I didn't know anything about writing, how to write a letter or what. But now at least I have an idea how to write a letter.
Very good. Very good. Okay, fine. Right. And anybody else? Arasumani. Yeah, thank you very much, Muhammad Abdullah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Arasumani, do you have anything to tell? Okay, fine. That's fine. So that's the end of the session, right? So there are some newly just recently come. So that's fine, right? So we are going to start the session for listening, part C. Listening part C shortly in say half an hour, less than half an hour. Actually, it was supposed to start at 8 o'clock, but we are starting in less than half an hour. Okay, right.